We've seen one case in New South Wales. It's one case. Have a look at Mark McGowan. He's just made some comments our producers have just told me about. Have a look at it.
This is why we were very cautious about reopening. We added an extra week to the time frame on reopening simply because we wanted to make sure we could be careful and monitor what occurred over East. We've had a meeting this morning with the Chief Health Officer, both myself and the Health Minister, the Chief Health Officer, the Director General of Health and a range of other people to discuss the issue. The Chief Health Officer is seeking further advice from New South Wales and will continue to monitor the situation. Obviously, if the Chief Health Officer recommends that we delay opening to New South Wales, well then that is the decision we will make. We don't have enough information at this point in time to make that decision, but we expect to get more information over coming days in order to make a decision on that. I think it shows that our cautious approach has been right.
That's Mark McGowan speaking just a short time ago. If he were to, Stephen, not go ahead with the reopening on the basis of one case, that'd be
a real blow. I think you'd have a lot of justifying to do, particularly as it's been detected. It's part of the hotel quarantine program, and so we're on top of it. If it was suddenly 1, 2, 5, 10 people out in the broader community when you've got no idea where it came from and how it started, you could possibly say, OK, we understand. But this is what the whole system's set up to deal with. People are going to get it through this 30,000 more people coming in, as Michael said. There'll be a few people who catch it, but we're dealing with it. It would be a big call for a hotel quarantine, one case, to not go ahead. Yeah,
it would be, Michael. Hard to... And as Stephen said, I mean, the justification for one, I mean, it'd be bizarre.
But, mate, this is where it would be helpful now if governments explain to us what the philosophy is. If the WA policy is eradication, no one's to come in who's got a risk of the virus, explain that to people so everybody knows exactly where you are. He could reopen the book, keep the borders open and say, but if you come from New South Wales, you've got to go into quarantine for 14 days. That would be extreme. But people need to know now where we're going in terms of the governments. And the truth of the matter is the West Australian government and all governments are now following an eradication strategy. And that's what they should tell people so everyone doesn't sort of flail themselves over 1 or 2 cases out of populations of millions. So if the government's just said that to people, then everyone knows what the rules are.